Hi guys, it's me again. Apologies for the lack of videos again. Not really been in the video making mode. Hopefully that will resolve itself soon and I'll get back to making more regular videos. If not, then see you in 6 months. Just an update really about what's going on with Extreme Booters here at HQ. eBay, obviously our main source of reselling, as everyone knows, is going pretty well, to be fair. We're way up on sales than we ever have been. We are now VAT registered. It was something that we were very wary of, very afraid of, if you like, of going over the VAT threshold. But since we've taken the leap and gone for that, sales have pretty much exploded. And obviously there's no limit as to what I can list and sell now. I'm not holding on to holding myself back, if you like, which I think in a way being worried about that threshold was. And VAT is not as scary as you think. Being resellers and selling retail, you know, being classed as retail business means that VAT that we currently scheme that we're on, we're only paying a flat rate of 7.5% of revenue rather than 20%. Everyone obviously thinks all VAT, that's 20% that I'm going to lose. For us it's not, it's only 7.5%, so it's not that big a cut. Obviously it means that you've got to increase your business by at least 7.5%. But we found that it's not holding us back anymore, so we're not shy of going for bigger deals, going for bigger sales, going for smaller sales as well. I mean, yes, we all like a margin of hundreds of percents and hundreds of pounds, but my adage has always been if there's money in it, I'm going to make a decent amount, I'll do it. Not so much small returns like £3, £4, £5 items. I don't tend to bother with stuff like that anymore. It has to be worth at least a tenner for me to bother. If not anything less than that, with eBay fees as they are, postage as it is, and everything else being hugely expensive, it's just not worth it. So back in the day, obviously I'd do things to flip things for a few quid and it will all add up. I'm not tending to do that now. And it has to be at least £10, if not more, preferably a lot more. So yeah, that's how the business is going on. Well, mainly on eBay. I am a bit, what's the word? Demotivated with reselling at the moment. I'm finding that a lot of obstacles are put in our way to try and be successful. VAT being one. Obviously you get to a certain level with your own business, you're making a decent amount of money, well, I say decent, it's not, you're making a little bit of money, enough to cover the bills, etc. You get to that level and the government, you know, decides, oh, he's doing well, he needs to pay more tax. Not that I don't pay enough tax as it is, but they deem it necessary. So yeah, okay, a bit of counter to what I've just said, that it's holding us back, etc. But it is basically stealing 7.5% of our revenue, if you look at it another way. I'm also finding eBay are getting less and less helpful, especially to us business sellers. Obviously I did a video previously when they had their stroke of genius of selling clothing for free for private sellers, which I still struggle to get my head around. It's not had a massive effect, or at least I don't think it's had a massive effect on the business. We're still selling. Admittedly, there has been a drop in sales since that genius idea was implemented, but then again we've had a hold up with our wholesaler, so we've not been listing at the same level that we were previously. So fingers crossed there isn't a problem with that, but obviously it is a kick in the what's-its when eBay come up with genius ideas like that. Also, from their recent business seller update, from December I think it is, so we've got a few months, got this stupid European directive, I can't remember what it's called, where we've got to input different classifications and who owns the products and someone to contact. It's all a load of GF. Personally, it means that I won't be selling to Europe anymore and Northern Ireland. Sorry, just had a text message off the wife, which is a shame. I mean, the European sales aren't a huge amount of my sales, I must admit, a couple of percentage maybe, so I'm going to obviously lose that instantly, but I think those products would probably sell in the UK or the wider world other than Europe anyway, so I don't think that's again is going to have a huge issue. If they decide we've got to roll that out, but actually no, they can't decide we have to roll that out in the UK because it's an EU directive, so fingers crossed we don't have to do that, although you just never know with eBay, do you? They might suddenly spring a surprise on us that we've all got to do that, and then we're buggered. But, you know, we'll see what happens. I do also find the amount of returns, specifically being a clothing seller now, the amount of returns are just getting absolutely crazy. Obviously, there's nothing you can do. You have to accept returns as a business. You have to put up with the stupid reasons for returns. And you have to accept that people buy your clothing to wear for something and then send back to you. There's obviously nothing we can do about that. eBay is purely for buyers, not as sellers, as many people say. As you can see, I'm quite down on this at the moment. I've also got issues with Amazon at the moment. Amazon was going reasonably well. We've kind of cut back on that over the last few months, but I've had a buyer claim that an item I sold, a golf club grip, was fake. So now my account is at risk of deactivation because there's a strike on there for selling fake goods, even though it wasn't fake. I completely, utterly know that that item was not fake. I've obviously got no invoice though or anything, unfortunately, as I bought it from a charity shop, but I've dealt with golf equipment for years and years. It was 100% genuine, but obviously the buyer is always correct, especially in the eyes of Amazon. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully it will be okay. I've gone through the appeal process and done what they have asked me to do. Fingers crossed they don't, you know, do what you do here. You do hear really bad stories about Amazon just closing people's accounts down for nothing, so fingers crossed everything's okay, because obviously we want to incorporate Amazon ongoing into a lot more into our business. So it all just seems to pile up at the same time. I know it goes through this, but other things going on here and, you know, at home and stuff, they're not helping, really not helping within there, but sometimes you just have to plough on no matter what. Yeah, so fingers crossed it will all work itself out in the long run. There's no point worrying about it. It's out of my hands, most of the stuff I've just discussed. On the plus side, I've got a massive order coming through from my wholesaler, probably tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. I always like to feel like a, you know, kid at the old Grimbo tree when my wholesaler delivery comes. I think I've ordered in the region of 200 kilograms of clothing, which will come on a pallet or 2 pallets. And then I have the joy of opening all that and finding out what goodies I have. Because although I order from a category, I have no idea what is in there. I mean, you get an idea, don't you? If I've ordered 25 kilos of Levi's, I know I'm getting Levi's, but I don't know if I'm getting modern ones, old ones, kids ones, ladies ones, men's ones, pink ones, blue ones, green ones. You just don't know, and I know even if I get the bottom end of what I'm expecting, I know I will still make money on it, but sometimes you find the odd thing in there that just blows your socks off. So that's why I'm excited about it, hoping for all the grails and all the really good stuff in there. Fingers crossed that comes through. That'll mean that we've got enough stock for this month. We're tending to do one monthly order with our wholesaler at the moment, and then obviously topping up with car boot sales and the old Chambos, even though the Chambos aren't as good as they ever used to be. But you know, you get around that. That's why you have to adapt. That's why you have to adapt your business. Not just me, but every other reseller has to adapt They always have to change. As I've said on previous videos, I never planned to be a clothing reseller. I just sort of kind of fell into it, if you like, but I'm making a success of it. I've got a good knowledge now, I've got good contacts, and it's going well. I'm making enough money to be happy. I'm still trying to find other sources of sourcing products. Fingers crossed that'll all work out. I keep saying fingers crossed a lot, so I'm very optimistic about, or hopeful, and please things work out for the best, and some of those deals come through, but we'll see what goes. I will try to keep you all updated. I've dusted off the old GoPro, so fingers crossed. I've said it again, Jesus. I'm going to put a counter up in a minute with the number of fingers crossed. Yeah, so I've dusted off the old GoPro. I'm hoping to take that on our next go car booting and do a video. Hopefully the batteries still work, because it's been quite a while since they've been used. Yeah, other than that, just normal stuff here. We're ploughing through. As I say, hopefully I'll do a few more videos coming up over the next few months, because income is income at the end of the day, and although the income you gain from the very few people who watch my boring face is minuscule, you know, it all adds up. But that's not the reason I do YouTube personally. It's because of the community, if you like, because I like watching people do reselling videos, and the odd person, one or two people, have said they enjoy seeing my ugly mug. So here it is. Anyway, I digress as normal. I ramble. Yeah, so hopefully some car boot videos coming up, and some charity shop stuff. I might do a bit of an update on, or a video on some of the wholesale stuff that I buy. I won't unfortunately be telling anyone where I get it, but I might show you the sorts of things I'm buying, and if anybody is interested in possibly buying some bulk stock from where I get it, I might be able to do some deals for people, so hit me up if that's of any interest. Other than that, I will crack on. Hopefully my frame of mind will improve, and I will do lots and lots of sales over the coming weeks. I'll update you guys as and when I can. I hope everybody is good. I hope everybody's sales are fantastic, and I hope eBay isn't horrible to you. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope that was of any interest to anybody, and I'm not just talking blatantly to a camera for no point. See you all soon, guys. Bye.